Getting an airdrop into your account can mean thousands of dollars in free crypto. However, in order to increase how much you can earn with airdrops, there are some best practices that you must follow, as well as some severe red flags that you must avoid, because an avoidable mistake here can cost you your entire crypto wallet, and we're going to prove that. So what is an airdrop exactly? If you've never heard the word, you might be picturing some kind of like Navy SEAL diving operation, but it's not quite that cool. An airdrop is when a protocol sends free tokens to a user who were early to their platform. Essentially, a thanks for being a customer. Airdrops don't happen exclusively with tokens that launch, but it's a pretty common occurrence. The first airdrop that started it all was the Uniswap drop that happened in September 2020. At the time of launch, anyone who used the Uniswap decentralized exchange at least once received approximately 400 UNI tokens, which was worth $1,200 at the time. Uniswap was basically sending out free stimulus checks. And for a recent example, on November 3rd, the ENS protocol announced that they would be issuing ENS governance tokens, and 25% of all those tokens would be distributed to eligible users through an airdrop. ENS is a domain name service based on Ethereum. Those who registered a .eth domain name before October 31st were eligible to receive those free ENS tokens. And some even received as much as 6 figures from this drop. And this made me really curious about investigating more airdrops, because who doesn't like free money? Let's face it, the general direction of crypto markets is bullish. I mean, Matt Damon is doing ads for crypto.com.
Fortune favors the brave.
And Post Malone is doing ads for NFTs now. That's big for the crypto industry. Anywhere you look, it appears that crypto is gaining traction, and this acceleration will increase the demand for more decentralized applications. That means more opportunities to earn big airdrops and earn more on your crypto investments. Wait until I show you one airdrop I found this week that is enough for me to live off of for more than a year, and I promise it's not what you think. We'll cover that later in this video. Also, a channel announcement, we are running a Black Friday deal. We've added daily signals to the Patreon, so now you'll get this on top of additional private content, my buy alerts, weekly coaching, and a private community, all for as little as $10 a month. And we're running a Black Friday only deal where if you purchase a 1-year membership of our high tier offer, you will get my YouTube course completely free, more than $500 in savings. This is huge. That will be linked in the description. Now, here's the best practice to increase your odds of randomly waking up one day with some free money landing in your crypto wallet. It sounds pretty nice, I know. So you want to start by writing a list of applications in crypto which don't have tokens. You want to find platforms or services with no native token. The bigger the platform or service, the better, because if they launch a token, you can be more certain that that token will do very well. And you probably want to break this down by type. So first, you could have wallets like MetaMask, Yoroi, or Phantom. Then NFT marketplaces like OpenSea or SolSea, or layer 2 scaling solutions like Arbitrum. None of these players currently have tokens, and they would be perfect candidates for airdrops. And it isn't limited to that list. You'll be able to find far more, and feel free to comment yours down below. Now, once you have your list, all you have to do is simply use those services. The more you use them, of course, the better, but it can be as simple as just having a free wallet or a free account. Now, one potential big airdrop that everyone is hyping up right now, and maybe coming next year, is MetaMask. Now, I haven't been able to find anything stating that this will absolutely happen, but the rumors are there, the murmurs are there. I went to Google and I typed in MetaMask token, and I found a story on the first page where the founder of Consensus had something to say about this potential MetaMask token. Jeremy tweeted, "Win mask. Stay tuned." That's really interesting. If it were anybody else, I probably wouldn't give it much thought, but this dude is one of the co-founders of Ethereum. This is no doubt creating a lot of hype around the speculation of a MetaMask token. And as we demonstrated with Uniswap, the purpose of airdrops is to reward early users of their platform. Now, in order to be eligible for a mask token airdrop, you probably would need more than just a wallet, because they have so many users at this point. So you could increase the odds of your airdrop eligibility on MetaMask by using the protocol to swap some tokens. I'll show you what I mean by making a transaction on MetaMask. It's super easy. All you have to do is open the application and click on the swap button, and then choose which assets you would like to swap, review, and swap, if you can tolerate the gas fees.
Oh my God. I am never gonna financially recover from this.
Now, of course, none of this is guaranteed. We don't know for certain who will have tokens and who won't. The goal behind getting the most airdrops possible is by spreading out our odds and being a user of many services who don't yet have tokens. This is because we're not sure if MetaMask or anyone else will end up doing a token drop, so spread out those odds. Now, spreading out our odds brings me to the next part of the story, something that you need to be careful of. Scammers are catching on to airdrops, and you need to understand how these scams work. That way you can avoid them. And because I don't want you to lose money, I'm going to purposely get scammed live so you don't have to. So over the past several weeks, I've been playing around with Binance to learn more about some potential airdrops on that chain. And I was on an app called PooCoin. Yes, PooCoin. And I noticed I had almost an entire Bitcoin worth of airdrops. So I thought to myself, what are the odds that I got $60,000 in airdrops while making a video about airdrops? This airdrop led me to a website I haven't heard of before called arkr.org. I've never touched this protocol, so the red flags were already flying. I go to the site, and first I see two spots where it says Get Airdrop. These are calls to action that you need to be aware of when detecting scams. After some further research, I found that this site is actually a clone of another site called kccmemepad.com. Because of this, I'm almost certain that this ARKR site is either a dust scam or it will drain my wallet completely if I interact with it. So let's test it out. I busted out an old laptop, I installed MetaMask on it, I've added some funds, and now let's scam ourselves. So I'm going to click airdrop, and I bet that it'll request that I allow the site to interact with my wallet. That's how these scams typically work. All right. Yep. Connect. Here goes nothing. Too bad it doesn't drain my account right away. This would make for far better drama, but now we wait. And there it is. I'm officially part of the Rug Pull Survivors Club. We should have t-shirts made. Now, as funny as this is, it is really a problem. Decentralized applications need to put better protections in place to protect retail users from this kind of thing. I also went on BSC Scan and noticed that there were people who were trying to trade this token with pending transactions. Do not do that. Now, this is scary, but it's avoidable. If you see a random token in your wallet not affiliated to anything you've interacted with, do not touch it. It's very likely a scam. If you're unsure, do some searching online and see what the internet has to say about that token. Apart from being cautious of scam drops, one of the most important things I learned about airdrops is they're not always easy to receive. I read an article about a token launch called Uniswap, and I found out that the requirements to get in were actually quite exclusive, and many people were hoping to get this PSP token, but either received nothing or a tiny amount. So I thought this is an interesting example, and I looked into this further. Uniswap launched the token just a few days ago, and here are some of the tokenomics. 150 million tokens, or 7.5% of the PSP's total supply of 2 billion, will be airdropped to 20,000 early users. Now, 7% is pretty low when we compare it to airdrops we saw earlier in this video, like ENS. And then I saw many people on Twitter complaining, as people on Twitter do best, that they either didn't qualify or they were unhappy with the amount of tokens that they received through this airdrop. One guy even made a video about it.
You know how much time I spent on Uniswap? Hours and hours. And what do I get for this? One measly 10K airdrop.
While this is a little bit dramatic, he actually makes some valid points. He says he spent countless hours on the platform with over 200 different wallets that he used and spent large amounts in trading fees and received a relatively small amount. He still received quite a bit. So lesson learned, no matter how active you are on a platform, it doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get a massive airdrop when a new token launches. Again, this is why it's best to spread out your odds. And finally, I want to take what we learned in the MetaMask example and apply it to some other applications that I'm keeping a close eye on for potential airdrops in the future. One big one is Arbitrum. Arbitrum doesn't have a token currently, and they are one of the most popular layer 2 scaling solutions. If you're unfamiliar with what a layer 2 scaling solution is, this is basically infrastructure on the blockchain that allows Ethereum to be faster and have cheaper transactions. I read that configuring Arbitrum on MetaMask is a potential way you might be eligible in the future for an Arbitrum airdrop. So I'm going to show you how easy this is to do. It's super quick. The easiest way to do this is to go to MetaMask. At the top, you'll see a drop-down menu to choose which network you wish to use. Click it, and if you see Arbitrum in that dropdown, you can simply click that and it'll auto set up. If you don't see it in the dropdown, you can manually add by clicking networks, then custom RPC, and entering in these credentials. I'll have them in the description of this video, so you can just go ahead and copy and paste over. Now, we can't be certain if this will make us eligible for future airdrop Arbitrum tokens. but it won't hurt. This really is a numbers game. Find DeFi apps without tokens, interact with those apps, and simply wait. If you're a beginner in the space, I know understanding what airdrops are and how to find them can seem challenging, but if you educate yourself on the market, stay on top of trends, and simply brainstorm popular apps without tokens, you will find the next big airdrop without the help of anyone. Now, if you appreciate me scamming myself for the sake of entertainment, hit that subscribe button. And if you're feeling extra frisky, go ahead and join my Patreon for the best deal on the internet. And make sure you utilize that Black Friday deal because we do not do deals often. So I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a profitable day.